Good afternoon. My name is Justin Anderson. I'm the President, CEO, and Chairman of Tensor Surgical, a growth stage medical device company and the world's leader in anchorless soft tissue repair. We're using AI now to solve problems that are increasing the cost of healthcare all around the world. Costs that in a post-COVID, value-based economic climate that we all participate in and we're all accountable for are just simply not sustainable. I'm here to share with you my cause and inspire progress based on nearly 3 decades of deep domain experience, 18 of which I've been the domain expert, having commercialized devices, first movers in multiple spaces, specifically in this space, and traveled all around the world creating markets for these devices, technologies, and surgical procedures when they didn't exist. It's not about the information to follow here. It's about helping you understand the context within which this information exists. TAM, SAM, SOM, look, we could get into that all day long. Happy to discuss it with you. We put it about $30 to $40 billion, but let's build it from the ground up to make it real. In the United States, 5 million people seek treatment for rotator cuff pathology each year. In 2022, 1,119,743 patients or primary rotator cuff repair procedures were performed, primary cuff repairs, not revisions, at a cost of $7 billion. So we also know that of those primary cuff repairs, about 40% of the time they fail. If you extrapolate globally with the United States being 40% of the market, that really puts that market just for rotator cuff alone between 15 and 18 billion. So suture anchors, which are typically used in these cases, add up to $4,000 per case. We're saving facilities $1,100 to $1,400 per case, every case, on all comers. All stakeholders are demanding value-based solutions. And what's value-based care? Value-based care is any additional benefit that you're trying to achieve. Less use of opioids, less pain, better HCAP scores, patient satisfaction scores, better outcomes, what have you, at significantly reduced cost. And we're all being held accountable for that. AI is a scalability unlock that traditional medtechs lack, and we're using it throughout our business. We're using it for inventory management, demand forecasting, predictive insights, our quality management system. And now I'm in the process of modeling all of our products in simulations to increase this thousands of times faster using digital twins through NVIDIA's Omniverse. Very, very exciting. For 114 years since the first documented cuff repair, and still to this day in 2025, the best outcomes in the peer-reviewed literature is transosseous rotator cuff repair, where they make a long incision, about 4 to 6 centimeters, split the deltoid, see the tear, take a needle about the length of my finger, through the bone, through the cuff, through the bone, through the cuff, about 12 times, and tie all those sutures down in a cerclage fashion. Makes sense. It's a big strap in a load-sharing technique. In 1985, when we started looking to do things more minimally invasively, we didn't want to split the deltoid. We came out with these little things called suture anchors, which are like little screws and fixators on the end of a stick, because we couldn't figure out how to make intersecting transosseous tunnels in the bone in a minimally invasive fashion. So they do have their place, and their ease of use ushered a new era for the adoption of arthroscopic cuff repair. However, despite billions of dollars being spent on these throughout the years and annually, these anchors violate the bone. They make revision surgery harder, as we're going to see, more costly, and many times less successful. Healthcare systems spend $10 million a year annually, each, on unnecessary suture anchor costs as it relates to rotator cuff repair. So this shift away is happening, and it's not theoretical, it's a big movement, and we're the leaders of this. How many people in the room would want your own shoulder, not somebody else's, but your own, to look like this? This happens all the time. This is just a single metal anchor, standard of what's used today, and you see these things cause cysts and bone voids. And just like you wouldn't want your shoulder to look like that on the right, surgeons don't want to see this on x-ray on the left, so we invented these radiolucent anchors, so you don't see them on x-ray. It's not that plastics are better, they're actually not as strong as metal. But we don't want to see them. We're a litigious society. So we have these plastic ones in different materials. And they create, sometimes through hydrolysis, they break down and cause these cysts and lytic formations in the bone. It's not good. The body does not like it in it. So, in fact, about 17, 18% of the time, this happens. But it's a vastly unreported problem because we don't typically get radiographs after surgery unless there's a problem. So if it looks like this, they'll wait 6 to 12 months to try to let it resolve. But if it doesn't resolve, we're in surgery. And this is what we find. And no matter what anyone tells you, bioabsorbables, beta-tricalcium phosphates, what have you, they don't turn into bone. They break down through hydrolysis and form this goop-type formation down here on the side. And this is not good. The cuff will not heal to this now. So we have to go in to do another procedure for you, and that's reverse shoulder arthroplasty, where we cut the cuff out. We have to take it out completely, cut the head off, put the ball on the other side, reverse the dynamics of the shoulder, hence the name reverse shoulder arthroplasty. And we have to meticulously pick out these implants out of bone to try to leave enough bone stock to put in a well-fit prosthesis, preferably without cement, because if we're on the patient side, that's not a good day for us. Reverse shoulder arthroplasty is meant to be a salvage procedure, and now we're putting them in 40-year-old patients with nowhere to go. So our solution here is we have the solution to the number one highest cost driver in soft tissue repair, and that's the implants. So we have many advantages here, but it's not just about the devices from an investment standpoint. This is really the intersection between AI now, Medtech, and operational scalability. So this is one of our products as a marquee product, but I'll show you how easy this is. We have very broad IP issued, and we've defended it. So no difference in technique for the surgeon. They put a hole in, put the tip of it in the hole with a mallet, insert, take that out, lift this out of the bone, and now that's a loop of suture. You put 3 tails of suture tape in there, pull this, boom. That's the same as putting 2 anchors in the bone without the pain or the complications or the cost of putting 2 anchors in the bone. That saved you about $800, $900 right there. And they typically use 4 or 5 of these on these cases. So up on the top, this is rotator cuff repair with anchors. Years ago, they coined this marketing term transosseous equivalent because they tried to mimic what we were able to achieve with no anchors at all. Down the bottom is transosseous. Proof we can scale. We have great margins. We have 81%, right at 81% right now. We have a 6.44x lifetime value to customer acquisition cost ratio, which if you're Sequoia Capital in Andreessen Horowitz, you're looking at that number to be about 3.1. So we're off the chart. All of our projections are great. Excellent team. I've had 6 exits and 2 IPOs valued over $4 billion. Dr. Sanders, my partner, is a triple fellowship trained orthopedic surgeon and also had an exit. So we're very in tune with what's going on here. Our business model and strategy is a de-risked scale-up plan. So we now have finished phase 1. We have 10,000 procedures performed successfully. I have an ISO Class 4 clean room, one of only a few thousand in the world. We have national partnerships in place, CE mark, notified body in place, profitable, in the black. And we have national healthcare systems that are fast-tracking our approvals in record time. One of the biggest ones about to be announced has been done only in 6 weeks. This is the first time a healthcare system has done a national anchorless utilization initiative driven from the top down to help for us to help them reduce their $10 million they spend annually on anchors. And we have a scale-up strategy raising $21 million to scale the business. This is a scale capital, not risk capital. And this is the deployment of the capital. We have it well baked out how we're going to use it. And part of it is going to buy out the cap table to get it clean. And we can enjoy that with the partner that we share. I'd love to discuss this with you more. If you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you.